Well, after a truly devastating finish to our Friday, things are starting to let up as we move on into the weekend. This is going to be welcomed for us, but area-wide, we've seen from flooding to power outages to trees down, power lines down. We've certainly seen it all. And I just want to emphasize the fact that that cleanup is going to take some time. With all of this damage widespread, it is going to be a process, so be patient. And if you are going to be out on the roads, take it slow, be cautious. If you come to any traffic lights that may be down, treat it as a four-way stop so you're not going through those intersections in a bad manner by any means. So be careful out on the roads. If you can avoid being outside, try and do so. But if you are going to be starting the cleanup process today, we're just looking at some light spotty sprinkles here and there throughout our Saturday and yet again on our Sunday. This is due to the remnants of Helene. You can see all this moisture still circulating across parts of Tennessee right now. It's right along the Tennessee-North Carolina border for the time being, but this will start to graze our area as we move throughout the day. Now, if you're one of the ones like I am that are out of power, I will say fall-like temperatures, at least for some areas, especially for the mountains, is going to be welcome. So maybe you can get some circulation going within the house if you're trying to open up some windows. Western North Carolina, highs will top out in the upper 60s to the lower 70s. Now the rest of us still going to be a little bit on the warm side, especially the further south you go, but we're talking upper 70s, lower 80s. Good news is we're not in the middle of summertime, so we're not dealing with the high levels of heat and humidity. So we're just looking at temperatures pretty much right on track for where they should be this time of year. Now, if you're trying to get the kids out and about today or just trying to get some fresh air, being cooped up in the house with no electricity, I know isn't ideal, but of course be patient because this is going to be a process. But as we head throughout the day, if you're trying to get outdoors, we are just looking at a few spotty showers on and off throughout the day. Notice the overall coverage though is very minimal. Not very concerned with this by any means. Can't completely rule out that you might need the umbrella at times, but of course we're not looking at significant rainfall and wind like what we were dealing with yesterday. Similar setup for Sunday. Spotty showers possible. A little bit more coverage is possible for Western North Carolina at times, but certainly not a washout this weekend. And we could use a break from all the rain and wind, especially over the last couple of days, not just Friday, but even leading up to Helene's impacts across our region. Where I am a little concerned and where we need to keep a close eye on things is moving on into early next week. We don't need any more rain. And I will say most of us aren't going to be seeing a lot of rain next week. Western North Carolina, there is a chance that y'all will see a little bit more moisture working on into the area as we get into Monday and Tuesday, even into Wednesday possibly. So we'll need to keep a close eye on that, as those are areas that were heavily impacted by flooding, especially right near the Swannanoa River and the French Broad River, reaching record levels of flooding. Even here in the upstate, we saw some flooding area-wide. Saluda River also was on the higher side. Reedy River also reaching record levels at parts of the Reedy River. So this is just something we really can't take lightly, as we're still going to be dealing with the aftermath of Helene, not just through this weekend, even into next week. So we'll have to keep a close eye on those rain chances. For most of us though, mainly dry conditions. What a welcome change that's going to be. Just a small chance for a few isolated showers today into tomorrow, highs in the upper 70s with a slight breeze. Into next week, for the upstate northeast Georgia, we are smooth sailing. Lots of sunshine in store for us. Temperatures in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. Western North Carolina, we will start to see a little bit more moisture working into the forecast, especially Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then finally, welcome relief is on the way by the middle of next week.